people in the world named Ryback, because this is really upsetting, because I want to know if this actually happened or if someone's fibbing with me. Am I being ribbed by Twitter? I think I might be getting ribbed. I clicked Windows. Don't you hate when you accidentally click Windows instead of like Control or something and it just slows everything down?
Basically, yeah, that sucks.
Oh, that's right. We have a podcast to do, I guess.
What's going on, everybody? Tim here from Pro Wrestling Unlimited, here with the PWUnlimited podcast on July 18th, 2018. What am I thinking? Nick, what's going on?
What is going on, folks? Welcome to the Wednesday show. We got Luke Controller, Beastie Boys, Fully Clutch, Luke Controller again, Alex Rodriguez, Caitlin Allison, Ashton Tyler, Molly, Jeff.
You know something?
No, I don't.
Luca just followed PW Unlimited on Twitter like
a
couple hours ago.
You bitch! You don't follow us on Twitter?
I just got a notification like Luca done something number followed you. I'm like, that's
fuck. You are trash. Oh god, Alex Rodriguez, we are definitely going to be talking spoilers.
Oh yeah, I'm going to say it right now.
Alex, we are talking spoilers.
Spoiler alert! I forgot my spoiler alert graphic. I had one ready and
the worst wrestling fan. That's my alt account. Please stop exposing me.
Huh?
Porn Wrestling Unlimited. It's my alt account. It's my other account. That's the one I love.
Anyways,
Mr. Goodman, you're gonna get it though. I'm sorry. Oh, Luca never had Twitter. Gotcha.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Sorry.
Jonathan Powell just said Nick. Okay, so I have a question.
I may have an answer.
And this is something that has just dawned on me. We don't have names for our podcast.
The PW Unlimited podcast.
Is that what it's called?
That's what I've always called it.
I always thought it was just called that for like... It's not Thursday. It's Wednesday. What are you talking about?
We have the PW Unlimited podcast. We have the Monday Night Raw review, the SmackDown Live review, the Fightful Wrestling Weekly.
Let me fucking explain.
Okay.
I always thought you called it the PW Unlimited podcast because that's what it is. It's the Pro Wrestling Unlimited podcast. Like, I just thought that there was no name, but it was just, it's a podcast and it's Pro Wrestling Unlimited. I thought it was just like a thing. You know what I mean?
Well, we don't need a name. Not like No Holds Barred or the Fired Up podcast or like Pro Wrestling Sheet. Theirs is just Wrestling Sheet Radio. I mean,
right, but that's a name. That's not Pro Wrestling Sheet podcast. Like
theirs was Wrestling Sheet Radio because they were literally on the radio. So that's why they were Wrestling Sheet Radio because like their Twitter is Wrestling Sheet.
Chris Mingles says Tim and Nick podcast. Nah, that sounds weird. Like two boys, one podcast. Oh god. Oh, what is it? One guy, one sandbox? I think that's what it is. That's a good one. But I do want like for like the Raw review. Why don't we call it like the Pro Wrestling Limited Raw view?
What do you call it on the Smack view?
No, we got like the SmackDown. I don't know. But like when you think about really really popular podcasts, you got Going in Raw. That's weird. I'm getting a Skype call. You got Going in Raw. You've got
what is that, their channel name?
Busted Open Radio. You got all that cool stuff.
And we're Pro Wrestling Unlimited. That's all their names. Like Going in Raw is their channel name.
Going in Raw is their channel name, but they have the Going in Raw. They have the Dirt Sheet. They have the I don't know what they call their recaps, but you're understanding what I mean.
No, I get you, but it's like Busted Open Radio. That's just the name of their show.
Yeah, give us some name ideas. Like, what do you guys think would sound pretty nifty as like as a name for the chat, as a name for the podcast?
Well, I mean, we had one when we were gonna do a morning deal. We had the morning coffee, but that never came to fruition. I really can't do that in the summertime. But anyways, we're gonna talk wrestling. Nick, are you still there? What's going on? I think I lost Nick. Damn Skype. What happened, Nick? Nick, what happened?
I guess I hung up or something.
I don't know. Kristen McNutt says the Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah, that's just a little too, like, bleh.
Generic.
We watch wrestling? Nah. They're all corny. Yeah, I mean, most are corny, and I get the PW Unlimited podcast, but it's just like, there's always like something about names of podcasts that really stand out to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, do you listen to any other podcasts that aren't pro wrestling podcasts?
Yeah.
Like I really like KFC Radio from Barstool. I love KFC Radio. Like this, it's another podcast by Barstool. It's about the Red Sox. It's called Section 10.
Interesting.
Because that's like part of the arena. It's called Section 10, not the arena, the stadium. I mean, and it's just like stuff like that's always interesting to me.
Because I mean, some of the ones I listen to, it's just literally like their company name or their whatever YouTube channel or whatever's, and then they had podcast at the end.
Yeah, and we have stuff to talk about, but it's just that's something that kind of dawned on me.
Yeah.
That there's no real name for our stuff, and I always feel like it's so weird because we're so literal about it. You know what I mean? We're like,
just to the point.
This is the Raw review. This is the SmackDown Live review. This is the Pro Wrestling Unlimited podcast. I guess the only real like name thing we have would be the Fightful Wrestling Weekly.
And that's
even
still just
like the list in your boy.
Yeah, well, they've got multiple podcasts. Well, I mean, they just got their Raw review, SmackDown review. They don't have names for that, but they have their Holy Smokes MMA podcast, and then they have the list in your boy. I don't know. Maybe we'll think of something.
The Average Joes. What a reference to such a fucking good movie. Do you know what movie that is?
No, that I can think of.
You don't know what The Average Joes is from?
Not that I can think of.
Dodgeball.
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
That movie. So I genuinely think that was.
I don't know why, but the first thing that came to my head was Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers.
With David Spade, Bill.
Yeah, no, Billy? I know it. I know that movie. God, Dodgeball's such a good movie.
I haven't seen that in so long.
How are you guys doing today?
We need to do just a non-wrestling podcast once a week too, or something like that, every couple weeks.
Your mic
kind of fun.
Your microphone's getting all wonky right now. Unplug. Subert says, bring back Nick's hot takes or make him love Canada and Pittsburgh. Absolutely not to either of those. Christmas next is CWO podcast, California World Order podcast. Interesting.
I don't like copying other things.
You sound god awful though.
I unplugged and plugged back in. Hold on, let me try something.
It might just be me.
Hold on.
It's a little too much of a literal name.
But I mean, like California World Order. I don't like copying. I like people that copy Bullet Club or copy, and it's copying.
Yeah.
Like people that use the Bullet Club logo or use the NWO logo. Like it's cool to copy maybe for one T-shirt or something, but for like something you're doing consistently or your channel name or your channel branding, you got to stand out and be something that's you, not something that's copying something else just because it's quote unquote the popular thing.
Exactly. And okay, so I want to talk about something now, and this is actual wrestling talk now.
Okie dokie.
So we have a phone number where you can leave voicemails, and I didn't know that you can also leave a text message.
Yes.
And someone had left a text message, and they said, who is the best heel in WWE right now between Ciampa, Owens, and Miz? And I was thinking to myself, and for a while I was thinking to myself, I don't think I'd classify Owens and Miz as heels right now. I'd classify them as funny guys.
You can classify Miz at least as a heel.
How?
Because he does heel things.
Right, okay, he does heel things. I mean, fuck, Finn Balor beat fucking Roman with a chair. That's a heel thing to do. You could call him a heel.
That's more like he retaliated.
There is such an upward climb between a Miz heel and a fucking Ciampa heel.
Oh, well, yeah.
Ciampa's like the tried and true heel, where he's an asshole, he's gonna kick your ass, and I'm gonna talk shit to you. Kevin Owens is like the funny guy who will make like kind of like smirk jokes to you. He'll like piss you off. And Miz, for some reason, Miz to me, I don't think the Miz is like the best fucking heel on the planet personally. If that makes sense. Like I don't think he's the best heel in the world. I think Joe is miles better than him at being a heel, but I think what the Miz has going for him is he has that talking ability where he can go for a very long time. It doesn't sound overdrawn. It doesn't sound like a Paul Heyman speech.
Right.
To where Paul Heyman kind of runs out of things to say, so it's always the same stuff, reigning, defending, blah, 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 blah. The Miz is always able to come up with relevant I almost said relevancy for some reason. That's not the word I'm looking for. What's the word I'm looking for? Come up with relatively new things each time.
There you go.
That's the
there
word
you
I'm
go.
looking for. Relative, not relevancy, relatively. And he comes up with these new things every time, but I feel like I want to go outside of the WWE, and I'll tell you the best heel in professional wrestling right now.
Okay.
Jay White.
I was thinking the other day, here's my question. Okay.
Bud.
I like Jay White as a heel. He plays a good heel.
Yeah, he does.
But isn't he in a babyface faction in Chaos?
Is babyface is babyface a Chaos? Is Chaos a babyface faction?
Yes, it's Okada, it's Yanu, it's Roppongi 3K. Because it was the weird thing. I was watching G1. I'm trying to catch up. I think I got like 2 matches left on the last day to catch up. And I was watching, I think it was I might be on the final match, Jay White and Tanahashi. And Jay White gets down into the ring, and he kind of leans out of the ring because Rocky's been doing commentary for the G1.
Yeah.
And
Which
he goes,
is awesome.
he goes, Rocky, I'm doing this for Chaos. I'm doing it for us.
So here's what's interesting to me is that there was a part of the G1 where Jay White was trying to get, I believe it was either Show or Yo to cheat.
Okay.
He was trying to get him to cheat.
Interesting.
But either Show or Yo didn't want to, so Jay White just stood there and watched him get pinned.
Huh.
And I thought that was interesting. It's almost like Jay White is like a virus into chaos. Like you get what I mean? Like he slipped his way in. Like he's in there now and he's trying to like disrupt everything.
Right.
I don't see, and I mean it'd be nice. That'd be really great storytelling if you can get, And I also want to mention, New Japan really likes Jay White apparently. That dude beat Kenny Omega and Okada in less than a year.
Exactly.
That's incredible. That is a very, very big thing. He beat Okada and Omega. Those are New Japan's fucking like top guys. That's awesome. Jay White is so good. I mean, the way he came off at the press conferences for New Japan, the G1 special in San Francisco, the way he came off, the way he was talking, the way he was just kind of presenting himself, it was very, very good. Nicholas Bronson brings up another good name of a guy I don't really care for, personally, just because I think he's a little over the top with how he's a little too beginning or middle ECW for me. Sammy Callahan. He's been doing a very good heel job. I will admit he's doing a very good job, but I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I really like the stuff going on with Pentagon with the taking of the mask.
Right.
This all kind of started with that baseball shot to the eye, kind of. He just for some reason he just he reminds me of a Hot Topic employee. But there are a lot of good fucking heels right now. There are so many good. There's more good heels than there are good baby faces. Like who do you think is the best baby face right now? Like we can name off a few really good baby faces.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins is a good baby face.
I mean Gargano, but I don't know after tonight's tapings what the heck's up with him.
I don't know what's going on with Gargano. We'll get to that later though.
Yeah.
God, other big baby. I guess
Daniel Bryan.
Finn, Daniel. Who else? There's just not enough good. Like I shouldn't be able to struggle to think of good baby faces. Where do you put a guy like Braun? Where would you cast him?
In the middle. He's a tweener.
Yeah, he's a tweener. Shinsuke is a terrible heel in my opinion. I don't know why people like the no speak English thing. It's not funny. It's fucking annoying. It's literally 5 minutes of wasted fucking promo time in my opinion. It's so abysmal to have to sit there and watch sometimes. Oh my god. I'm sorry I keep cutting you off, but I want to get this out.
Go.
During this stupid fucking pre-show for Extreme Rules. Like that whole 5 minutes of him just standing there and not talking, and then for some reason
no communication.
Yeah,
or then
why?
Sam Roberts asks him a question. He goes, you a clown.
It would be so much more effective if he just didn't talk.
Voltage Dylan. Braun is a criminal.
Yeah, Braun. Let's talk about that later. Braun's a criminal. But it would just be so much more effective if Shinsuke just didn't talk. Yes, the no speak English thing is funny, but you have too many funny heels. You have enough Kevin Owens, and you have your only good heel right now on SmackDown. Honestly,
Randy Orton?
No, Joe.
Oh well, Joe's a lifetime heel.
Joe's just business.
Yeah, no.
Man, I was watching some Joe and Necro Butcher matches.
Ooh, those were good.
Some fun watchings. And I want to see what you guys have to say. Someone says Becky Lynch. Where does she? Becky Lynch is definitely a great babyface.
I mean, I remember they tried to kind of make her a heel in NXT when she was linked up with heel Sasha Banks. When we first saw Becky as a top female, and it just never worked for me.
I can't pronounce his name. It starts with I'm gonna say Sajan. Says I totally disagree. He is more of a savage character. He's different from the Miz. I can get why you would think that, but I think the savage is being a little more.
Who, Nakamura?
Yeah, that's being overshadowed by the comedic aspect of it. Because haha, he's not English. That means he's funny. It means he's gonna choppy your pee.
But I did see Saprit said Hiroshi Tanahashi. He's like babyface for life.
Oh yeah, there's no way that guy can be a heel. El Shard says Dolph
not
Ziggler.
with that hair.
Dolph Ziggler?
No, Tanahashi.
Oh.
You can't be a babyface. You can't be a heel with that hair.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler, great heel, fantastic on the mic. I really do.
Yes, like Drew McIntyre, amazing as a heel.
Where do you put Sasha right now? Tweener.
I almost want to say babyface for now.
Ooh, Trevin Womack, I love this question. He says that to me, Nick. What would you guys think of Big E would be better, a heel or a babyface or a tweener if he ever eventually goes solo?
Now, hold on.
Are you yawning? Am I fucking boring you with my talk right now?
No. Anyways, no.
Let me go to Twitter real quick. Since we're in a super heated debate right now between Tim and I in the chat, this is a great time to roll out the text line.
Sure.
We can roll the text line, so you guys can text message this number. I will put it in chat. Let me know what you guys think of certain people, just so I can make sure to get it. I'm gonna spam it because I have permission. Text that number. You can text it, and I want to know what you guys think. Who do you think is a great heel right now? Who do you think is a great face? You can ask us questions of who goes where, just because we can't take calls right now because I do want to debate this, but I still want to get your guys' input on it. Yeah. What were you going to say, Tim?
I don't even remember anymore. What were we talking? What were you saying about?
Sasha.
Oh, yeah, I'm just like, right now, I guess you classify her for the time being as a baby face, since she hasn't, like, turned yet, officially, if she is the one that's going to turn. She did tease going to SmackDown, though.
Did she?
She posted on, I think it was Instagram, it was a fan-made graphic of her lower body, her arm hanging down, holding the SmackDown Live Women's Championship.
Oh, interesting.
And she is the one that posted it.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, I will type that number one more time. Text us what you want to think. I have seen another. Naito's a great heel. He's fucking phenomenal. Oh, yeah. He's phenomenal.
All of Los Ingobernables de Japón are great heels.
Oh, absolutely.
Evil and Sonata.
Gaming, it doesn't show your number. So if you text us, it won't show us a phone number that you sent it from. Don't worry. Ambrose would be a great heel. Let's talk a little bit about Ambrose through babyface and heel, because I don't think he's either. I think he's just a guy.
Well, I mean, I've seen people say that about Joe, too. I mean, you could say Joe's a heel, but he's just Joe.
No, I think Joe's a heel. He's a bad guy. Well, going to the text line here, it says Owen was a good heel until they turned him into comedy. That's very true.
Very true.
That is a absolute.
Because now he's just Braun Strowman's personal bump card.
Bitch. Oh, I would have said bitch. Chris Jericho, amazing heel in New Japan. Absolutely. Going back to the text lines again, they said the best heel has to be Owens, and the best face is Seth Rollins. That's totally fair. I really like Rollins as a face because he's the guy that can go all day.
I don't know about Owens as the best heel. You know,
this is a name. Io Shirai was a great heel in Stardom during her time with, I'm gonna mess this up, Mayu Itwani.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
I have no idea what that is. We've got Undisputed Era as well. We've got them as great heels. Mandy Rose should be women's champion. I don't know where you guys are coming from with that one. That's adorable though. Mandy or Sonya heel great. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see why you would say that because they can get that like natural pissed off crowd reaction. Lashley is a good tweener, and Bayley is a good face. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I love
Bayley's a great baby face.
Yeah.
But
heel Sasha Banks. Heel Sasha Banks is very fun. Oh, that's interesting. Why did people hate Willow?
The Jeff Hardy character?
Like the Willow character.
I never. Well,
Fonzie, I can't pronounce that. I literally cannot. I tried so hard to pronounce it, I just couldn't. I feel bad. Tim?
I'm trying to think about this. It's like I don't know anybody that I never heard really anybody say they hated Willow. Like,
Willow didn't just last very long.
No, he like would randomly show up here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
wait, Mauro Ranallo just reposted the stream?
ours.
No fucking way.
I'm going to Twitter now.
I would not. That would be awesome. No.
All right, so.
No, he didn't. You're a big butt-faced liar, you butt-faced liar. How dare you? What's wrong with Willow? I didn't think anything was... I guess, you know what, I'm not going to lie. At the time of Willow, I wasn't really watching wrestling.
Yeah.
I was in and out of wrestling.
I wasn't watching TNA as much then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely TNA at that time. Thoughts on the MSG show? It was an MSG show. Great for them. MSG is a great house to run. Wednesday podcast turning into debates. No, it was just something that's been on my mind for like the last like month. It was just about like good heels. Iwa Tanai. I
don't know how to say it either.
He gave me the pronunciation. Thank you so much. I'm gonna sound it out very slowly. I'm not trying to be offensive. Iwa Tanai. Iwa Tanai. Tell me if I'm right or wrong with that. Thank you, Fonzie. I appreciate you trying. Ooh, another good one. Edge was a great heel, but a terrible spear.
Terrible spear? That's my favorite spear.
Edge had the worst spear in wrestling history.
I loved his spear when he would hit him, come down on the knees, and the way he'd pop back up.
It just looked like he was hugging a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like towards the end of his run, it started to look like one arm around, the other one goes around the guy again. It looked like a big hug. I personally think Ric Flair transcends heel face. I think he's just Ric Flair. Stephen Florence with the $2. Do you guys care about Lio Rush or even 205? I personally love 205 Live. I don't give a shit about Lio Rush.
Him and Tozawa had a good match this week. I actually watched it.
They did have a good match, but he's going to need to do that a lot more often.
Yeah.
Great heel is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Again, I think another guy that surpasses that heel face standpoint.
Austin has said it multiple times. He wished he never turned heel after WrestleMania 17. He says it really hurt his career. He has said it himself.
I mean the only reason I'd say that he wasn't ever a heel is because he spoke to, I guess he turned heel when he shook hands with Vince. But until up to then, he did heel things, but he was a voice for all of these people. He was a voice for, like, the blue-collar guys.
Right.
So I could see that's why... I guess that's why I would consider him both a heel and a face.
I like this text message here in the text line. What about Bobby Roode in NXT as a heel?
Ooh, another
good one.
Another underrated heel run.
Yes.
That's a good one, man. Did I not see that? Interesting. I didn't see that one. Triple H was a great heel. Did I say Cold Stone?
No. Not that I heard. Farrah.
Oh, God, stop.
Hey, Menchie's.
Oh, stop.
Menchie's.
Oh, God. JBL was a phenomenal heel.
I love JBL. Wrestling God.
He was a little racist at times.
Hey, his cabinet was full of all types of people.
Listen, man, when they got to that scene where they got to the quote unquote immigrants and he like is on national TV, it was like, get out of my country. It was like, holy shit, that would not fly today.
No.
That could not fly today. They'd be fucked.
Yeah, no. Are you Eddie Guerrero's family? Jeez.
Is Carmella the worst heel? I think she's the kind of heel that has like X-Pac heat. People just hate her because she's not the best.
She's basically like the Iconic. She's supposed to be the annoying heel.
Oh, that's another name I forgot. Neville.
Oh, Neville was great once he turned heel. Like
Neville was his character.
But here's the thing. Neville was great both ways. I loved Neville in NXT. Like, he was amazing in NXT. Then he joins 205 Live years later as a heel, and just blew me out of like just all my expectations for him.
Once he turned heel and he lost that belt the first time, and the hair was all matted and untamed and messed up, the look in his eyes was like just like he was dead inside.
Yeah,
I loved it. It was so good. Mary from Walmart, stop. I'm not gonna kick you out, but that's a warning. Please don't say that.
Jeez. That's
Please don't say that.
Neville who?
Yeah, Neville who? Lay Cool, 2009 to 2011.
Yeah, they were.
No,
they
were
were
just
actually. I believe they're what the Iconics are based off of. To be honest.
Oh, probably. I did like them cutting the title in half. I thought that was cute. Cena was a heel. The Dr. Thugonomics heel. Yeah.
Maybe slap Stephanie's ass.
Carmella can scream, moonwalk, and botch. That's it. She has the mic skills. Ooh, Gabriel. That's a whole nother argument. We're gonna go for another 30 minutes. Who's the worst heel? Who's the worst heel? All right, guys. Text into this number. Text your worst heel. When we're talking worst heel, God, worst heel. Who had a bad time being a heel?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin had a bad time. Nia Jax.
When he was over there playing guitar, singing songs to Vince.
Camden, I fucking agree, man. I don't know why. It's just kind of... I got the feeling, too. God, worst heels. I would... Big Show? Big Show was not a good heel. Big Show was meant to be.
Big Show changed more than anybody.
Yeah, but I always felt like... Okay, then how about this? Worst heel, Lesnar. Worst heel, Brock Lesnar. Because worst heel, Kevin Durant. The worst heel is basically the fucking Golden State Warriors. Actually, no, it might be the Lakers picking up LeBron.
Hey, now.
I think.
Hey, we didn't get just LeBron. Well, Rondo ain't gonna do much.
Tell me, who gives a fuck about Rondo? You fuck. Worst heel. R-Truth was the best heel in 2013. It's definitely a fair argument. We've got Natalya as a bad heel. Yeah.
Yes.
I see people saying, Hulk Hogan is the worst heel.
Oh, in the NWO?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think he might have been the worst because they just didn't want to see it. People just didn't want him to be a heel. I'm sure there was people that did, but there's probably so many names that didn't want him to be a heel. Rikishi was an awful heel.
I did it for The Rock.
Alpha Saturn Winters, get the fuck out of here with that bad joke. Heelys were the greatest things ever fucking invented. Do you understand me? Whoa. Nikki Bella, the Bella twins were not very good heels. Jack Swagger.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, is he not good at being a heel. Okay, so what are your top 3 qualifications for being a heel? Go.
Me?
Yeah.
Know how to get heat from the crowd.
Okay.
Like, get people to boo you.
Okay.
I mean, of course, I really feel like if you're going to be a heel, you need to have better mic skills than a babyface.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And
if you think about it, there's never been Jordan?
Jason Jordan?
Yeah.
Was he a heel?
Raven was probably the greatest heel in pro wrestling.
CM Punk was a great heel.
Let's talk about that. CM Punk is a heel. I felt like he was too over to be a heel.
Check your text.
My text message?
For me. Just 2 seconds. Show related.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, I just saw that.
Okay. Anyways, Punk is a heel.
Punk is a heel. Let's talk about that because I feel like he's way too over to be a heel.
Now, Straight Edge Society.
Oh, fuck. I didn't care for the Straight Edge Society. It all felt too weird.
That was the point. It was supposed to be uncomfortable.
It didn't... I felt like...
There you go. Mary from Walmart. Bad heel, Mojo Rawley.
Yeah.
No, cool. Jessica. Are you saying Vicky was a bad heel? I think Vicky was a great heel.
I think she was just a bad heel because she was fucking annoying.
Especially live. Seeing Vicky Guerrero live I've seen her twice live at SmackDown shows. Amazing. She knew how to turn that crowd against her in a heartbeat.
I like that, Gabriel Perez. One qualification for being a good heel: attack non-wrestlers. Go after pop culture. Okay, then let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Where does this man rank on your heel babyface list? Best heel, worst heel? Eric Arden, Enzo Amore. Where does Enzo fit? Was he a great healer or was he a bad heel?
I almost just think he was a tweener.
I think he had Carmella levels of heat. People liked him because he wasn't very good, and they put the belt on him. AJ Styles was a good heel, very good point.
In New Japan, yes.
Naomi was a good heel. Naomi was not a good heel. She's a better babyface. I agree with that. Where does he rate? Yeah, out of 10. A lot of people saying good heel. Enzo was a good heel. Bad.
He wasn't a bad heel.
Not a great one. Andre West gives him a 4 out of 10. Oh shit, Enzo was the worst heel. Not a bad heel. Worst heel, Enzo. Interesting.
Yeah.
Why was he not good? Why was he not a good heel? And after we wrap up this conversation, we will definitely go into. I was gonna go straight into NXT stuff.
We'll take a call or two before we talk NXT.
Hey, we got a lot to talk about, man.
A little bit. We got time. We got no time limit.
Eric Young was the Ciampa type heel in his last year in TNA.
A little bit. Yeah, I could see that.
Definitely.
A little bit.
Definitely. Let's go ahead and take a call.
Yeah.
You guys do want to call into the show? It is 559-475-8473. That is 559-475-8473.
Caller on the air. What's going on?
Hello, this is WWE commentator Marlon Allo. How are you doing? Is this Jimmy Nix?
That is phenomenal. What's up?
Hello, I was just going through YouTube and I saw you guys' podcast and I was just taking some I was just trying to have my calls taken here and I was just listening to what you guys were saying and I respect you guys for thinking that inside the business.
Okay.
It's funny to me because you don't at all even sound close to him as an impression. You're not close. It's like it's not even good. It's terrible. It's not good. You sound like a Mauro Ranallo that's like has a fucking cold. If that makes sense. You sound like Mauro Ranallo has a bad cold.
Well, I'm Mauro.
Oh, I love it. It's like, I'm Mauro. What are you gonna do?
Anyways, you got a question or something?
I recommend getting better at your impressions, but thanks for your call, man.
You're welcome.
Have a good one. He did not at all sound like Mauro.
Mamma mia!
Mamma mia! That wasn't even close.
That was awkward. That was a little awkward, actually. Woken King Slender says, "Where's that Canadian accent?"
God. This guy on the call is currently the worst heel. That was terrible. That was so bad. Yes. Like nothing will beat that one time we got a call from Jinder fucking Mahal.
Jinder Mahal.
That dude was so good. I really wish that guy would have
Let's try another call.
If the guy that pretend to be Jinder Mahal is in this chat right now, please. Oh, J1, we're gonna talk about that.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Sup, guys?
Hey, what's up, man? What you got?
I'm just kind of shifting the gears a little bit.
Okay.
Do you guys think that wrestling now is better than it was back in the mid 2000s, in 2010?
Yes.
Oh yeah. To make the answer quick, because we did touch on that a lot last week.
Yeah.
That was basically half the podcast. I personally think wrestling has gotten both better and worse.
And that's all preference.
Yeah, it's all preference.
Like if you say, "Oh, well, I think it's better because this guy was still around then that's your preference. So we can say we like it better now than say 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10. But somebody else may say, "No, I like it better then because," for an example, say, "Oh, my favorite superstar was Edge. Edge is not around anymore, so I don't think, without Edge, this and this." So it's all preference. Anyone can say anything. Some can say it's better, some can say it's worse. But, I mean, as a whole, I would say it's a little better now than it was about 8-10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Definitely listen to that podcast from last week. And let us know what you think. You can always tweet us, or you can come back next week and let us know.
So, anyways, Huh?
Interesting.
What?
Nothing. I'll send it over to you. I'll send it to you on Twitter. So, believe it or not, we do have more stuff to talk about.
News-related stuff.
Besides best heels and faces, and hey, maybe I'll make a hot take about it later on. Edge maybe watch WWE. Interesting. Someone said I can do a good Hornswoggle impression. What did Elstrad say? Where's the video? I don't know. I'm just reading chat here real quick. I wouldn't even impersonate a wrestler. I would impersonate someone stupid like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Can you even impersonate that? Anyway, let's talk some NXT spoilers.
Yeah, we can talk spoilers first. So, I got this.
All right, so this is
her.
Listen, guys. Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers. There are going to be spoilers right now, part of the show.
First off, they debuted.
You know,
what?
You know what you should have done?
Huh?
You should have made a little spoilers banner to throw up and then take it down.
I had one, but it wasn't
ready in time.
No, it was. No. It isn't ready.
Okay. So, listen, Mary from Walmart, shut up.
Yikes.
Shut up. You don't know me.
So, as far as the NXT spoilers do go, spoiler alert, they debuted a new female referee tonight. Everybody made a big deal about it.
I think that's awesome.
I mean,
fuck yeah.
Cool, but I don't think it's as big of a story as everybody was trying to make it out to be. Cool, a new female referee. No one says anything when we see a new male referee. Not trying to be biased or anything.
Well, it's because we don't. It's because we see new male referees. It's very rare. I think there's one female referee in NXT. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's fun.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing.
Yeah. So anyway, let's continue on here with some of the spoilers. Looks like a lot of you know already.
I mean, do you want me to just run everything down or just talk the big stuff?
Oh, let's talk the big stuff.
Well, I mean, I heard Shayna Baszler and Candice LeRae had a pretty good match.
Yeah, I heard they had a pretty good match. Shayna came. They had a very good match. That's what I'm gonna say.
What else do we have here? I'm trying to pull it up. For some reason, my phone shut down. Where'd it go? I just had this. Here we go. All right, so live from Full Sail University, Ricochet opened up and challenged for the North American Heavyweight Championship. He wants Adam Cole.
Are we talking? I thought we were talking big stuff.
Oh, well, that does lead to a big thing.
Okay, cool.
Because it was then announced later in the tapings that at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, I think it's Brooklyn 4, Adam Cole will be defending the NXT North American Championship against Ricochet. Also, correct. At the beginning of the show, after Adam Cole defeated Sean Maluta, who you hardly ever see on NXT, the Undisputed Era came out to celebrate with him before the War Raiders came out, crashed their party. We then learned that they are not getting an NXT title match, and it was kind of weird why they did that. Later on in the show, or in the tapings, Mustache Mountain was victorious over a team I've never heard before, State Line.
Yeah, I've never even seen them, honestly.
They then said that they wanted their rematch, and they're getting it at TakeOver. So we got the NXT Tag Team titles on the line with Undisputed Era defending against Mustache Mountain.
I'm excited.
We then learned later in the show there was like a whole thing throughout the tapings with EC3 and Velveteen Dream, and those two will be facing off at NXT TakeOver as well.
Sweet.
We did learn from the last tapings and tonight's actual episode of NXT that Kairi Sane will be challenging Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. It's a rematch from last year's Mae Young Classic Finals.
Fuck yeah.
Speaking of the Mae Young Classic, they actually held a Mae Young Classic qualifying match with two of last year's Mae Young Classic competitors. So one is not making it in this year. You can't go 2 for 2. And it was Tanara Conti defeating Vanessa Bourne. Vanessa Bourne is not going to be in this year's Mae Young Classic, but Tanara Conti will. Big thing. Probably already know. Tommaso Ciampa is the new NXT champion.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know the weird thing about this? Is when he came out for the match, I saw a video. He had theme music, but you couldn't hear it because that crowd was booing him.
I really hope it was this fucking Cruiserweight Classic theme. It's like a hard rock cover of
No, this sounded
Psycho
like,
Killer.
if I heard it right, it sounded like classical piano music, like dun 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 dun. I don't know.
It could be like again. It could be a sick cover of Psycho Killer. Actually,
So
you know what I'm gonna do?
the weird thing.
Hold on.
Okay.
See if they play the music. No music played.
Oh, that the Ciampa when they cheered when he won the title?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get to. So they boo him like crazy when he comes out, but he wins the title, and the crowd goes bananas, which is very
what do
weird.
you expect? Is that weird? What do you expect? You just watched the world title change hands.
Oh, some were saying that I've been to many, like there was a couple guys on Twitter, they're like, I've been to every NXT taping for the last year, and this is the best NXT match I've ever seen live.
Interesting.
So a lot of people were saying that Black versus Ciampa was one of the best matches ever in Full Sail.
I'll check it. I'll check if it's on there for you guys. I'll see if WWE Music uploaded the theme.
Gotcha. So then we got the debut of Keith Lee.
Fuck yeah.
Keith Lee came out and defeated Marcel Barthel.
It is not up. It is not up there.
I don't think it would be. It'd be too soon if they just gave him the music.
For some reason, Mauro Ranallo has theme music.
Yeah, I don't get that either. Anyways, so Keith Lee comes out, and I can't remember the name they gave him. Like he had a nickname on the screen. I got it right here. I can tell you.
Keithaford is what they nicked. His new name, he doesn't
Limitless.
get to keep.
Limitless Keith Lee.
No. He doesn't even get to keep his name. His new name is Keithaford. That's his new name. You heard it here first.
Okay.
Breaking news. Ringside News. Get on it, you fucking idiots.
Anyways, so Keith Lee comes out and defeats Marcel Barthel. I mean, chat can probably tell me if there's a name for this finisher that he does. He puts him in like he's gonna go for a Samoan drop or like AJ Styles. You know how AJ does where he's got him up there.
Neckbreaker?
Yeah,
Like the tiebreaker.
Yeah. Well, Keith Lee doesn't do a neckbreaker type move where he drops you on his knee. Keith Lee ends up throwing you off his shoulders and hits you with a jackhammer. Frickin' sick.
Oh, he's always done that.
I don't know if there's a name for it. Oh my god!
Oh
Anyways,
my god!
So he did that. He did the pounce and defeated this guy. We then had the Street Profits versus the Mighty. This match was actually set up earlier in the night of tapings, where the Mighty, which is TM61, were taking on Heavy Machinery, and Street Profits appeared in the crowd to distract the Mighty. So Street Profits ended up coming out victorious over the Mighty. Tommaso Ciampa came out to the ring, and Gargano and Black both hit the ring. Ciampa escaped, and Gargano cut a promo and attacked Black. So here's the thing. That's the second time that during this set of tapings, Gargano attacked Black. In the NXT title match, Gargano came down, hit Ciampa with a super kick, grabbed the NXT title, and hit Aleister Black with it.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Also, he calls that ground zero.
Gotcha. But
Yep.
why?
I
Would
guess it's
babyface
just
Ciampa keep attacking Aleister Black?
Babyface Ciampa?
I mean, babyface Gargano.
I'd say he's attacking him because he's not babyface Gargano. He's fed up Gargano.
I guess.
He's tired of losing. He's tired of coming up short at the big one. I'm tired of it. I'm going to take matters into my own hands, and I'm going to take the big one.
True. We then had, I heard a pretty good match between Tyler Bate and Roderick Strong, where Tyler Bate came out victorious.
Oh, God. Tyler Bate, Roger Strong. Nut!
Confrontation.
Everyone type nut in chat.
Confrontation between EC3 and Velveteen Dream that did set up their takeover match. And then the main event match of the tapings, Gargano versus Black, which ended after Ciampa got involved. William Regal then finally made his return to NXT television, where he came out and said, you know what? We're going to have ourselves an old-fashioned triple threat. Ciampa, you're defending against both guys. So at NXT TakeOver, it will be with the NXT Championship on the line. The new champion, Tommaso Ciampa, defending against the old champion, Aleister Black, and his nemesis, his foe, the man who he was the best man of his wedding, Johnny Gargano.
So, early bold prediction. Who's winning that match? Who's walking out champ?
I almost want to say Gargano.
I do too.
Right?
I really-
Johnny has to.
I want to say
Black
Gargano.
doesn't, and then Black can finally come to the main roster.
I see people saying they want to see him SummerSlam, like the Raw and SmackDowns after SummerSlam.
Ooh. Black? I mean, it's very possible. I mean, they've wanted him for a year on the main roster. They tested him out like a year ago during the European show. They had him on an episode of Main Event just to test him out with the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's gonna get over in front of the freaking Manchester crowd. But I mean,
I asked Sean a question. I feel like Sean would be better answer to this. Why do guys, when they come up from also spoilers over?
Yeah, I think we're good with spoilers. Yeah,
no more spoilers. So why is it when people come up from NXT, why do commentators never talk about them?
Like their NXT run?
Yeah, lately
they do
it's just
sometimes.
Like,
I mean, with Sanity, apparently they were told not to at all.
Exactly, but it was like you don't hear anything about like No Way Jose down there. You don't hear anything about Rude.
They've mentioned McIntyre once or twice being a former NXT champion. Finn Balor, they've mentioned being former NXT champion.
Right, but it's like
Bo Dallas, they don't mention him being a former NXT champion.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
When it comes to the background, it's like it's almost like it's a completely new guy. Chris McNutt with a $5 Slick Nick and Tim. My question is, are y'all going to watch Slammiversary on July 22nd? I will absolutely watch it. If Tim watches it, we'll do a review. I don't like doing reviews alone because I get anxious.
I don't know if I'm going to watch it live, but I'm going to try and watch it.
Why won't you watch it live?
I may have some things with family obligations.
What are you guys doing? Birthday or something?
It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Oh, shit.
Nothing I'm going to say here on... Anyways, we'll talk later.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, this show should be a pretty good show.
They sold out?
Yeah, I was about to say that. They did announce today on Twitter that they did officially sell out the Guilt nightclub, and Josh Matthews was recently on an episode of Wrestling Observer Live, and he said that they've been going to that nightclub multiple times to see how they're going to set everything up, and he said that's going to be a very, very interesting and different kind of setting than you normally see for a wrestling show.
You know what? When is it? July 22nd?
This Sunday.
Nicholas.
On pay-per-view.
Nicholas, where are you from? Nicholas Bronson, where are you from? Starford, you shouldn't. Nicholas Bronson, where are you from? Nicholas Bronson, how much money do you have in your wallet?
Uh-oh.
Alex Rodriguez, just send me a message on there. Nicholas Bronson, how much money do you have in your wallet? Where are you from? And do you want to go to... Oh, wait, you can't. It's sold out.
It's a nightclub. He's got to be 21 or over, probably.
I'm pretty sure he's 21.
No. Anyways, I was actually talking to somebody about this last night, how they were saying that they're from the Northwest region, and a lot of the promotions that run there run in like bars and stuff, and you gotta be 21 to get in there, and it sucks. So, anyways, yeah, so...
Well, you know what sucks is I really want to go to a Hood Slam show.
Where are they based out of? I know they're like up near you, kinda.
Oakland. But the only thing is, you got to be 21 to enter their show.
Oh, I was about to say.
I think wasn't Manny telling us that?
I think so. Ask him.
Yeah, let me just text Mansoor.
No, DM him. Anyways, I got a text message here. It says, Nick, can I be your Paul Heyman for your match against Sean Ross Sapp?
Absolutely not.
Well, first off, we don't even know who you are. You got to give us your name. Let us know if you're in the chat, which I assume you are.
It was Suprit.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the one that always asks that.
Gotcha. Never mind there. So.
Mary, fucking feel free to do so, dude. Mary from Walmart, feel free to do so if you want. I'm not stopping you.
Sure.
You can do it to our Patreon as well.
All right.
Isn't over 21? I'm not over 21. I'm 19.
Yes.
I'm a little boy.
So
I watch Hoods. So hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Yeah, Hood Slam on Twitch, super fun. I really recommend watching Hood Slam.
Oh yeah.
If you guys remember during the
Greatest Royal Rumble
in Saudi Arabia, they had the guy with the really long hair, looked like Seth Rollins, was a great talker. We interviewed him.
Mansoor.
Super great guy.
Manny
Loved
Fabberino.
him. Manny Fabberino. His name was Mansoor. Great guy. Absolutely well spoken. A handsome devil. And he's
now,
a
I
weed.
do got to preface, Hood Slam is unconventional wrestling.
Oh,
it's not what you would expect if you watch Ring of Honor or TNA or WWE or even Lucha Underground. They're completely balls to the walls out there, but in a good way.
Mm-hmm. You're
So-
what? 29?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought you were like 30.
Not yet.
I don't know, man. I'm tired. All right, we have one last thing to talk about, and I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, we can talk about it slightly. Hulk Hogan, back in the WWE.
He's a real American, and he'll fight for any man.
And there's a lot
that is
of
white.
There's a lot of conflicting things going around about this that I know where it all started from, and then I know who blew it up.
We're not gonna name names.
So,
We're not gonna start
there was a
shit,
po-
Shepard. You dumb fucking idiot.
There was a podcast that I think it was Monday. They were talking about Hulk Hogan coming back into the WWE, and they were like, yeah, there's a lot of people backstage that are upset about this. And then they were like, in general, Titus O'Neil. Titus is very respected backstage. And he basically, they said, and I quote, Titus basically threw a fit. And when he saw Hogan, he asked, what is he doing here? When Hogan went to shake his hands, he packed his bag and he left. That is what that podcast said. So then others ran that story, and it started, the game telephone. One person writes it, and then it goes to another person, and every time it goes to another person, it changes just a little, and it changes a little more, and it changes a little more. It's like playing the old game in school, telephone. It's never the same once it gets back to you. So, I mean, the original story was still a little wrong because Titus basically put it all to rest today, stating that he has no issues with Hogan. He doesn't agree with what Hogan said. He agrees that people deserve second and third chances, and that Hogan is somebody that does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame for everything that he's done for this business.
And whose statement is this?
Titus.
Okay, cool.
And Titus has also said that, I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head because I don't have it right in front of me. But he's just basically saying, like, I don't agree with what he said. He does go on to say that Hogan didn't seem 100% genuine when he said that he was sorry. But he's not going to, like the same thing New Day said, he's not going to let it affect his job. He's not going to let it affect how he approaches things within the WWE just because WWE wants to work with Hulk Hogan again. And he's okay with it. Yes, he may be a little upset, but he's not like pissed off and mad that he's going to throw a fit. And here's my thing. If Titus would have really threw a fit on Sunday night, you think he would have been on Raw Monday? Yes, they jobbed out and got squashed to the AOP, but isn't that Titus Worldwide's job every week anyways?
All right, so I'm going to read something.
Okay.
And I quote from Titus O'Neil. The talent present in Pittsburgh, which I was a part of, was asked to attend a mandatory meeting in which Mr. Terry, I can't pronounce Hogan's, Balea, addressed everyone and informed the same that he would be reinstated into the WWE Hall of Fame. At no point during, after, or otherwise did I make any scene concerning Hogan's communication to the talent. In addition, let it be known that I did not refuse to shake Hogan's hand. We did not have any type of one-on-one interaction whatsoever that would or did necessitate any exchange between us individually.
Right.
So none of that happened. He didn't walk out. He didn't do anything. It's literally just certain
he even said
it's certain quote-unquote journalists that think what they say actually has any significant meaning into the world because the egos get to their fucking head.
Because they got something right one time.
But Twitter purges their followers. Anyway.
Oh, snap. Anyway, 7,000 under 3. Anyways.
Yes, that's 7,000.
So, it's just basically because James Ellsworth said the same thing. Hogan, after his little speech, went around and tried to shake as many people's hands as he could. And Titus right here was just like, I did not, pull away or not want to shake his hand. So, there we go. That's put to rest. I don't think we need to talk about that anymore, really. Even though, those original journalists are still trying to say that their story's true and that WWE is making everybody change their story.
Exactly.
So,
is there any vacancy in PW? No. God, no. What do you mean, Lane? What are you talking about? I can read. I just read that whole thing. I don't know what you're talking about. I just read that entire thing like a pro.
Yes, sir.
Should hire me to read to school children. I cuss in between sentences.
Oh, Lord.
Mary, Mary, qua contrary, shave that pussy. It's so damn hairy. That's
What?
an Andrew Dice Clay line. You've never heard of Andrew Dice Clay?
I never heard of that way.
Old Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her old dog a bone. She bent over. Rover took over. She got a bone of her own.
Yikes.
I fucking love Andrew Dice Clay. He is my favorite. He's one of my favorite comedians. So I think that's going to do it for the show today.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's going to do. We had a good little healthy debate. We talked a little bit about the NXT spoilers, and we talked about a little bit about the Hulk Hogan stuff, just kind of factually saying what happened, not really giving our takes on it, because I don't really see a point in giving our takes on it, because who the fuck are we? We don't. It doesn't matter what.
Morrow says we don't know anything.
Morrow says we don't know anything.
Let's take a final call first. Let's take a final call.
Okay, sure.
Why not? I don't think we took enough tonight. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Tim, Nick, guys, how's it going?
How's it going?
Going good. I just got like 2 questions.
Sure.
My first one is, since Team Hell No lost, what's next? What do you think is next for the Bludgeon Brothers? Honestly, after their title win at WrestleMania, they really haven't done much, and their feuds have been lackluster at best.
Oh, yeah, I have no
Sanity,
clue.
Probably.
That's what I would think, but
Sandy's dealing with the New Day.
That's what I was gonna say. It looks like they're still doing Sanity New Day.
It's too early to put. I'm a fan of the Usos, but I think it's too early to put them back in the title picture from a booking standpoint.
I
Very
mean,
true.
You could also definitely just make it like a triple threat tag match.
Yeah, but how you gonna do? But how you gonna do that with like a few go? Oh wait, where's the bar?
The bar, they actually wrestled Dark Match Tuesday. They wrestle every weekend. I know they had, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, they had it off. I heard one of them both had been they had to get their visas renewed. But they're back. They were working Tuesday. They just were Dark Match. They just don't have anything TV-wise for them at the moment.
I see. And my last thing is, since Aleister Black lost the title, do you see him coming to the main roster after SummerSlam?
I think between SummerSlam and Survivor Series, yes. I know they've been talking about bringing him up for a while. They've wanted him up for like a year now. Like they tested him up. I think it was the European tour after Mania in Orlando. So last year's Mania, he was on that tour, did a couple of shows, actually was on Main Event because they wanted to test him out in front of a main roster crowd. And they've wanted him since then, but Triple H was like, no, let's keep him in NXT. We need guys like him down there for a little while. And I think it's been enough time. He loses a takeover, doesn't get the title back, bring him up. He'd be great on the main roster.
So if he comes, does the Velveteen Dream come up too, or you just keep him there for a couple more months?
Ooh, I mean, they usually do pull multiples at a time. And they have been talking about Velveteen Dream since Mania to come up. Because he's one that his name kind of comes up, and then there's like, nah, we'll wait. So I think you wait on Velveteen Dream a little more. Maybe have Velveteen Dream come up in time for like Royal Rumble. Maybe after the NXT TakeOver Survivor Series weekend.
Yeah, so, thanks for taking the call, guys.
Not a problem. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, man. Have a good one. That's a great way to end the show. A little bit of positivity, some niceness.
Yes, sir.
You can always follow me on Twitter at PWU_Armstrong. You can follow us at PWUnlimited right here on YouTube. And, of course, follow our friends over at Fightful at Fightful Online for all your MMA, pro wrestling, and boxing news. Tim, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch and Twitter and on Xbox One if you want at TimmyBuddy.
Change your goddamn fucking username. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's good to have everything cohesive. If I can change it on PlayStation, then I'd have it on the same everywhere. But fucking PlayStation won't let me change my name. It's one thing they need to do. Anyways.
Is that the word? Is it cohesive or is that the proper word?
Cohesive?
Oh, also Discord as well.
Yeah.
Come join the Discord, talk to us. I just added a section for memes, so you can all put your memes somewhere.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Have a great one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you guys Friday for the Wrestling Weekly. Have a great night. Stay moist.